beautiful butterflies, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Beverly and it's really lovely to see you today. If you can hear any noise, we're dog sitting at the moment, so I have two dogs and they're a bit more active than usual. It's great. So today we're going to be talking about tarot cards and oracle cards. I love oracle cards and tarot cards. Reading them every day has just been something that's really boosted me and helped me. It's helped my confidence. And I've been reading cards for people on my Instagram. I did that once, I'm going to do it again. I just gotta get the courage. And I'm going to be doing tarot readings and stuff like that over on my Instagram sometimes. But it's just kind of one of those things where I just feel so connected to my cards, and I think the cards that you buy are very personal, and the cards that you get, they come into your life for a reason. I've seen some people who've got hundreds and hundreds of tarot decks, and you can get independent ones, you can get them from tarot fairs, crystal shops, Amazon do them. I got one of mine from the Amazon. And they just kind of come into your life over the years. Every day I pick out 4 cards. These are today's cards. They're quite good ones today. And I just kind of, it's become such a part of my ritual, such a part of my day, that I kind of just wanted to come and talk about my cards a little bit. So when I first started, I was determined I'm going to find this certain type of card. I wanted a very traditional tarot card, you know, like with all the traditional kinds. So when I came across these, I was really excited because it's really...
One eternity later.
So these cards I saw actually, they are tattoo tarot cards. So these were done, I think they were designed by a tattoo artist, and I first saw these on Treacle Tat's YouTube video channel thing. She did a review of these. She just does content about tattoos, so she came across these and did a little review, and when I saw them I was like, these are just what I've been looking for. So these come with a little guidebook. Most tattoo decks come with some kind of guidebook. It usually gives you like a little bit of information on each of the cards, what they could mean, and also they sometimes give you layouts and stuff to try. It's quite nice to look through these, but my teacher encourages us not to read these too much and instead to just follow our intuition, which I like. So these are the cards themselves. The backs are really nice. But the fronts, look at these. So these are quite a traditional deck. You've got like the Queen of Swords and the Nine of Cups. You know, we've all heard of these sorts of things. And at first I was really vibing with these and I really enjoyed them. I mean, look at that. Just gorgeous artwork. And I was really vibing with them and I was like, this is exactly what I've been looking for. But in actual fact, I don't find myself reaching for them. Like, they're not the first deck that I go for whenever I'm going to do a reading or when I'm thinking of doing a reading. They're not an everyday deck. They do look incredible. The artwork is stunning. But because of it's in a I cannot speak today. I apologise. It's in traditional tattoo style, where they have thick black lines, and I think the thick black lines on them kind of give them quite a hard energy to them, and so they're quite hard to vibe with, but they're beautiful to look at. They're a nice deck. I'm not saying don't get them, but I am saying if you're not usually drawn to the harsh lines, don't go for those sorts of cards. But I kind of just want to get those out of the way to just show you that sometimes what you think you should be getting, what you think you should be buying, isn't the right thing. You can actually read tarot with just a normal deck of cards that you like place, you know, just normal deck of cards. And I'll show you how that works, kind of, in these. These were a gift from one of my good friends, Josh, and I will leave a link to his website down below. But these are beautiful cards. And if you can see, they have like the Ace of Hearts and things like that. So they have the King of Clubs and stuff like that. So if you learn what all the different things mean, then you can read just a normal deck. I love these cards. I reach for them every single time I do a reading. I do a lot of layouts. I love doing a good layout for myself. I do one at the beginning of every week, at every new moon, every full moon, and every new month. So I do them quite regularly for myself. They are so easy to read. I just vibe so clearly with them. So these are called the Illuminated Tarot, and they're by Caitlin Keegan. They're lovely cards. They are a little bit big for my hands. I have quite small hands, so I do find them quite challenging to shuffle. I'll be honest, so if you have small hands, definitely think about that. But they are just so beautiful, and I just love the imagery, and I find that I can just look at it and immediately, boom, I just know what it means. It's really weird, and it's what I always dreamed it would be like. I'm going to read tarot cards, it's just like, boom, I know what that means for you. And that's what it's like with these. I use them a lot, every couple of weeks at least. I really just love these cards. I would definitely recommend them if you're looking for a nice everyday kind of tattoo deck. I would recommend these. The box is gorgeous. Look at the box, it's just beautiful. And I'll quite often just slip this into my bag and off I go, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I have no idea what I was talking about. The dogs needed to go out. So anyway, on to my my next deck that I wanted to talk about, and that's Sacred Oracle. This is the newest one I've got, and oh my gosh, I love this deck. I got this deck from Amazon, and I wanted to get another kind of oracle deck. And I was narrowing it down and down and down, because I had like a huge list of them that I'd seen when I was here, there and everywhere. You know, when you see them, they pop up in your recommended and you're like, oh, I'll bookmark that. So I had about 5 decks that I was like, I need to pick one. Which one will it be? And I narrowed it down by just listening to my guts, listening to my insides, and I narrowed it down to these. Just look at that artwork. So this is Tony Carmine Salerno and Leela J. Williams. That's who's come up with the deck. And then the artwork is by Helena Nelson Reed. And oh my goodness, this is the only deck that I always look at the book. I read it and then I look at the book. So the back is like this, so gorgeous. And then the fronts, you have stuff like this, which blows my mind. Every time I read it, I'm just like, look at this. They're the most beautiful cards that I've ever seen in my life. They are so deep. Like, I find myself looking at them and reading layers on layers on layers for myself. Like, I'll read it and I'll be like seeing about 20 things at once, and it'll take me down in lots of different layers of things that I need to talk about or think about or hold in my heart. Incredible, incredible, incredible. I just love them. They have this wonderful, very grounding energy to them. The only downside of them is they are so big. Like, this is like the cards that I find easiest to work with, and this This is these ones. So they're quite a bit bigger. So I struggle to hold them. I struggle to shuffle them. I have to shuffle them this way instead of shuffling them this way because I can't even hold like any really. And they're very shiny and kind of sticky when you first get them, and so I find that like they stick together in like big clumps. Like there's a big clump of them that are all just like stuck together. And I don't know how to stop them sticking, but they are very sticky. That's the one downside. It's hard to shuffle them really well. I'm hoping that will dampen down as they are used because I haven't had them for that long. I slept with them for a couple of nights. If you're ever wondering how to get your energy attached to something like a card or a crystal, pendulum, whatever it may be, sleep with it, put it under your pillow, and that's how it works. These are beautiful, and I will say for the book, this is the most incredible book that I've ever seen. Each card has like a reading that an earthly meaning, or you know, the easy to read, and then there's the spiritual meaning, and then there's like an insight section. And oh my god, sometimes it's like being punched in the stomach. That's how big the message is, that it just gets you and you're like, whoa, yes, that's exactly how I've been feeling. Oh yes, that's exactly what's going on. They're beautiful cards. I always read the blurb after I've read the card, so I'll read it for myself and then I'll open the book so it doesn't interfere with my intuition. But I just find these are so well written and they're beautiful as well. They're quite poetic, and there are a couple of poems in here as well. Gorgeous deck. They didn't cost that much. I think they were about £20. I had to save up a little bit to be able to get them, but they weren't ridiculously expensive. So they are quite big, but they're so beautiful, and they're very shamanic, very grounded, very earthy. What's called sacred earth, so obviously. But I mean, I'm a water sign, I'm a Pisces, it's my birthday next week. So I should be water sign, but I very much am more connected to earth. Earth, I love being grounded. I love doing grounding meditations and finding grounding ways to be in the earth, and I love forests and stuff. So I don't know if I was born at the wrong time. Don't know what's going on there, but I definitely find myself rooting for this back all the time. I love it so much. It's definitely my favourite, even though it's my newest, and so I'm not like the most connected to it. I just love it. And then my last boxed cards, I've had these years. I think I bought them or I got them for a present when I was at university. So I've had them a long time, but these are messages from your angels, sorry, and this is by Doreen Virtue. Most people have heard of Doreen Virtue. Most people probably have this deck. I think a lot of people, when I watch like my tarot card collection or whatever, most people have got this deck. So it's like wings, and then the earth, and then each card has a picture and a little bit of writing at the bottom. I pull an angel card every single day. Every single day. I have for a long time. Because these are my oldest, I found them the easiest to read, probably, than any. The artwork's very simple to read. The only downside of these is that the writing is directly below the picture. And so instead of using your intuition and just looking at the picture, you can find yourself reading the thing, and then that changes how you read the card. So I wish that the information was on the back of the card maybe, or in the book. I have never opened this book, this guidebook that came with it. It's quite thick, and it's got a little bit on each things, like an additional little message on each of the cards and some layouts and things like that. It's just your generic usual card that you get in tarot cards. But like I say, my teacher, who is Linda from Heavenly Guidance. I will leave a link to her down below. I'm leaving lots of links down below. I feel like a proper YouTuber. But these are beautiful cards, very easy to read. Because there are oracle cards, they're not tarot cards. So you don't do like a traditional reading like you would do. So they might be easier for somebody who's a bit freaked out by tarot cards to accept. Say you've got an aunt who's a bit, oh, I don't like that. You can take these and just be like, they're just angel cards. I'm just reading from the angels. People like angels. Angels are very popular. These are nice cards. I hadn't touched them in probably 15 years, and then I just one day started reading them. So these are what sparked my interest. They're a lovely size, as you can probably see. They fit perfectly in the hand. This is the size I wish they all were, because they're just, you can pick up the whole deck and shuffle, you know. I like that. Yeah, these cards are really nice. They sparked my interest. They're probably, you know, the oracle card that I will reach for the most. If I want just a quick answer to something, I'll probably reach for these more than any of the others, just because I've had them the longest and I'm more familiar with them, if that makes sense. And then we have these. The bag that these came in is literally falling apart. It's held together by, like, I don't know, a prayer probably. These are Spiritual Birds, Spiritual Guidance cards by Anne-Marie. That's what the back looks like, and this is the front. So my problem with these is the same as it was for the angel cards, that the writing is at the bottom, and also the words really predominantly in your face. So you can kind of get yourself where you just go, oh, forever loved, that's a message from somebody who's passed. And it's like, well, kind of told me that, instead of reading the tree. So I will sometimes, when I pull the card, just kind of hold it like that, so you can't see as much, and try and read the it's not easy. I don't like the black paneling. That's the only thing I will say with them as well. The black paneling kind of, it's just a bit harsh looking. So I wish it would have been in a different colour, but the photography on them is just beautiful. They are easy to read. They have a very, very simple message to them. I find that they're very much one look. You get one layer of message. But if you've got like a question that you need like a yes or no answer to, and you need it fast, if somebody just asks you something and you're like, these are good for that. Again, I read from these every single day. I love these cards. I'm just taking up sewing, and I need to learn how to make a bag, because like I can put my hand through 3 sides. I don't know how they're held together, but they need a new bag making, I think. That's one of my little, I need to do that kind of things. And then lastly, I have these. These came free with Spirit and Destiny magazine. A lot of people get that magazine. You've probably seen it at the supermarket. It's Spirit and Destiny magazine. So you've probably seen it at WH Smith's or wherever you shop, supermarket, wherever. It's a really good magazine. You get lots of little tips and tricks in it. I like it. I buy it nearly every month. And these were just free one of the months. They were just stuck to the front. But I didn't have like a lot of hope for them. I was just like, oh, they're just free cards with the magazine. But they're actually beautiful. So it gives you like a chakra to work with for that day, a mantra to say, and then at the bottom it gives you like a little action. It can be something like drink peppermint tea to help your throat chakra, or imagine a red ball of energy coming up from your sacral chakra. I think mine today was like, imagine a golden ball dancing around your aura and lighting it up. Yes, making your soul shine, which I thought was beautiful. And it just kind of makes me think, oh yeah, so today is a solar plexus day. I'm gonna get into my solar plexus and work with that today. I actually use these every single day. I love these cards. They are really easy to use. I don't know what you would call these though, because they're not really a tarot card, they're not really an oracle card. I don't know, maybe if you know, if you've worked with these sorts of cards before, definitely let me know. But they're just really pretty. They're very like watercolour-esque, and it's just getting you to work with your chakras. So they're a nice little addition that I got free. So this is how I store them. They used to be all just piled up, and then I watched Marie Kondo, and now they're in a little box. I love these cards. I'm very attached to all of them in like a very spiritual way. They help me every single day. They give me a lot of guidance, and I'm starting to get my confidence in reading them for people. Like if friends come around, I'll say, can I read your, can I do a little read? Can I read you? So I'm kind of getting my confidence with that, but as with anything, I'm not a very confident person. It's something that I'm working on. We're getting there. YouTube is definitely helping with that. But yeah, my tarot cards mean a lot to me. I draw 4 cards every single morning. I sit down, I pray, I meditate, and then I'll pull 4 cards, one from each of the decks that I showed you. And then when, you know, it's that time of the month, or it's a moon's in a particular phase, or it's whatever, it's beginning of the week, I will do a reading with these ones, what's it called? Illuminated Tarot, by Caitlin Keegan. These are the ones that I use to read people every time. I don't really use any of the others. But I just love how oracle cards work, how they can just show you what your day is going to be like, or give you something to remember, something to think about for the day. And it just really grounds you in that moment. It's part of my ritual every day, and I'm new to all this, as you all know. And so I'm still getting my ritual together, and like what I should be doing, and what's happening, what feels right to me. But drawing these cards every morning just really like anchors me in and really helps the day, and it goes well with my daily meditation and my prayer. That's just the way my day starts out every day, and I love it now. So I love having a little routine that I do every day. It really helps me. And these are my tarot cards. I'm sure over the years, as I go to different shops and different markets and places and see them, I'll be like, I will get more. But for the moment, this is like the perfect amount for me, and I get to use them all nearly every day. So I like that. I don't like having lots of things just for the sake of it anymore. I used to, but I'm trying to get more. If I don't use it, then I don't keep it. Do you know what I mean? I think that comes with waking up and just being more aware of the impact that you're having in the world, and all of that deep stuff that you start to think about. But this is my tarot collection. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely leave me a like. Go down there, right down there. Go on, keep going, keep going. Okay, you got it. Yeah, subscribe button. Ring that little bell so you always know when I upload a video. I'm usually here Mondays and Fridays, and yeah, I love spending time with you guys, and I would love to get more butterflies. I'm a butterfly catcher. But I really hope you enjoyed this. If you have any tarot card suggestions based on the ones that I use, and you think, oh, she'd love these cards, definitely let me know down below. And I just really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you will come back again on Friday after having an amazing week, fabulous week, after just smiling every day, making somebody else smile every single day, Get out there, spread some joy, spread some love, and I'll see you back here on Friday. Bye.